Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of Death at Dark Water by John D. Nesbitt, narrated by Kevin Orton and directed by Jenny Seelig. This book is copyrighted 2008 by John D. Nesbitt. This recording is copyrighted 2008 by Recorded Books. All artist Devon Frost needed was a little peace and quiet. The remote town of Tinaha seemed a good place to find it. So the last thing Frost expected was to get caught up in a dangerous web of lies, accusations, and murder. And now, Death at Dark Water.
Chapter 1. As the buggy approached the first adobe houses on the edge of town, Devon leaned forward and asked in Spanish, "Is this Tinaja?" "Sí," answered the driver. Devon sat back in his seat. The ride from the train station had taken nearly a whole day, with very little to break the silence, and he felt as if he had lost track of time and space. If the driver had told them that Tinaja was yet a long ways off, he wouldn't have known the difference. But now he was here. He spoke to the driver, still in Spanish. "I've heard that this area has not changed much, that people still do things the way they did in years past." "That's true." "Good." The driver shrugged. "Very little happens in this place." "That's well enough also. I hope to find peace and quiet here." The driver nodded but didn't answer. After several hours of seeing only flat desert plains and far-flung mountains, Devon appreciated details that were close enough to observe. A little girl, no older than 6, stood with a length of jute twine around the neck of a tan goat. The animal, which had a beard hanging down and a pair of horns curving back, looked at him with bulging eyes as he passed. Next he saw a husky man, straw-hatted, leading 2 gray pack burros. The man had dark features and a bristly mustache, and he carried a switch about a yard long. After that, between 2 buildings, in an empty lot strewn with broken blocks of adobe, 2 groups of boys stood facing each other. Just before they passed out of sight, Devon saw that the front boy in each group held his arm curled around a rooster. Fighting cocks. The one he saw better had long black tail feathers. A water tank made of mortared stone came into view on the left, and as the buggy wheeled past it, Devon looked down into the dark water, but saw nothing of shape or form. The buggy came to a stop in front of a stuccoed building with a large wooden step. The driver climbed down, waited for his passenger to do the same, and then lifted the 2 traveling bags from the vehicle. Devon, feeling dazed now that the vehicle had come to a stop and he stood on the ground, stood and watched as the driver carried the bags up onto the wooden step and through the doorway. Devon glanced at the silent people to his right and left, then followed the man with his bags. Just before going through the double door, he looked up and read the sign. Los Ermitaños, the Hermits. It was the only sign he had seen so far in the town, and it served to remind him that everything would be in Spanish from here on out. The driver set the bags on the dark tile floor in front of the reception desk, then stood back and lingered. Devon realized the man was waiting for a tip, so, remembering the long trip and the bit of work on each end, he fished out a quarter and thanked the driver. Then he turned his attention toward the tall, dark-featured man behind the counter. "In what way may I help you?" "I'd like a room." "Just one person?" "Yes, I'm by myself." "Alone? For how many nights?" "Several, at least a week." The man paused. "Oh, you are here to visit?" "Yes. I'm an artist, drawing and painting. I like the solitude in the landscapes." The man's eyebrows went up. "Oh, there is much of that here." "That's very good." Devon motioned with his chin toward the counter. "Do you wish me to sign in?" "No, this is a small inn." "We'll know you." "And to pay?" "When you are ready to leave." Devin drew a $5 gold piece from his pocket and laid it on the counter. "Let me give you this as a surety." The man barely looked at it. "Do you serve meals?" "Oh, yes. Do you care to eat now?" "In a little while." "Very well." The man showed a skeleton key and then hit a bell that gave a loud ping. "Federico will show you to your room." A short, lean man in a dull white shirt appeared. He took the key, lifted.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.